Hey, what's up guys? This is Chris and I'm back with more Everyday RC and my Traxxas Rustler VXL. Now this is probably going to be the last time you're going to see this vehicle look this way because I've been doing a lot of ordering and a lot of research over the past 2 weeks. I just got a bundle of parts in and I'm about to upgrade it to the Mamba Monster 100 mile per hour application. That's right guys. So this is going to be the last time it's going to look like this, and I just want to show you guys all the parts that I ordered for this. I still have a few more odds and ends to order, but I got the bulk of it, so I want to share with you all the parts that I ordered for it. I hope you enjoyed that trailer that I just showed you guys. If you haven't seen it before, and that was the first time you were seeing it, I hope you did enjoy it. I just want to set a few things straight for you before I go any further. Now, I understand that this application I'm about to do has been done numerous amounts of times. It's not anything new. It's actually kind of an old setup. This is something that Draven was doing back in 2010, 2011. So I'm doing this strictly as an homage to the beginning of the Traxxas Rustler 100 mile per hour application. So this is like an homage to Ace, or better known as Draven 3907 and GeoStealth R1 and all those guys that were starting this back in like 2010, 2011. So I know you guys are on to a whole nother level. It's on like 2 steps above this. I'm watching guys go 150. I just recently saw Jess 34753 go like 185 miles an hour, one of his vehicles. Everybody's running the Castle XL2, they're running 8S lipos, 12S lipos, so I understand that this is nothing compared to what guys are doing nowadays. Right now, I'm going to be happy with going 100 miles an hour. I don't want anything too crazy. I'm just getting into the game, into the speed run game, so I don't want anything unmanageable. And I want to do, like I said, an homage to like Draven 3907. He was hitting 114 miles an hour with a very short stretch, and that's what I want to do. Is I want to set up a vehicle that is a speed demon but somewhat manageable. I can drive it in a 1/8 of a mile span where I don't need a mile of road to go 150, 185 miles an hour. So that's what I just want to set straight with you guys. I don't want to make this video too long. I want to show you all my parts list, but I just want to make it clear that I'm not like some new guy out on the scene doing speed runs trying to break other people's records. I am strictly doing this for fun, guys. I've just moved into a new house. My life has been real busy. My RC stuff is taking a back seat. Sorry about hitting the camera right there. My RC stuff is taking a back seat for a while, and doing this Rustler 100 mile an hour application has really got me excited about the hobby again, and that's why I'm doing it, guys. Out of fun. I hope you guys will stick with me on this build and have some fun with me. I'm not trying to take this too serious. I just want to build an awesome car and make it go 100 miles per hour, and that's it, guys. I'm just trying to have some fun with it. So I hope you guys stay tuned and watch the progress of this build. But let me bring it out and I'll give you a parts list and I'll show you everything that I've done to the vehicle as thus far. Alright guys, before I show you the parts that I ordered, I just want to give you a quick overview on the vehicle in regards to the suspension and the body. This is the stock body that I got with the vehicle. It was a used vehicle, so the body was beat up a little bit, but I put some carbon fiber vinyl on the front, on the hood scoop, and I did create a whole new wing for the back because the wing was really beat up. So this is actually off of an old pickup truck body that I had laying around, and I cut the shape of the wing out of the bed, put some carbon fiber vinyl on there, my Castle Creations sticker from GeoStealth R1, and that's it, guys. Of course, I gotta have my MAXAMPS on there because that's what I'm going to be running in this vehicle. And I wouldn't be trying to hit 100 miles an hour with any other kind of battery. That's just my personal opinion, and that's what I use in all my vehicles. So that's it as far as the body goes. This is probably going to be my run body for the time being. And the suspension, guys, I ended up going with the Traxxas Big Bore shocks out of my /4x4 Ultimate LCG. When I did buy this truck used, it had the INTEGY piggyback shocks, and I did do the shock mod to them, but for whatever reason they didn't have enough travel in the front, and I didn't like the way it was set up. So I actually rebuilt those, put those on my Slash, and I took these shocks and I did the shock mod. I installed them with 60 weight shock oil, and they work 100 times better, and I'm really happy with them. They have a lot of travel, and you probably can't tell from the angle of the camera, but I did allow for 20 millimeters of clearance in the rear and approximately 18 millimeters clearance in the front. So it is slightly raked down in the front, not too much. By the naked eye, it almost looks completely level, but there's going to be a lot of weight added to this vehicle. Just the weight alone of the motor and the ESC, plus I'm going to be running about 1.5 pounds, 1.6 pounds of weight on the front here. So I didn't want to go too low, and I still might have to fine tune the suspension after I get the new tires and all the weight on there. But I ran the truck just like this, with the suspension like this, and it works great. Doesn't scrape on the front, and it offers some pretty good suspension, so I'm happy with the suspension so far. Alright guys, so now it's time to get all these upgrades installed, and it's time to watch this beast transform. So let me show you guys all the parts that I installed for this. Alright guys, I don't want to make this video too long. I got a lot of parts to go through, so let's get this going. First things first, here is the power plant. Let's begin with it. This is the Mamba Monster Esc and 2200 kV motor, and I actually took these out of my e-Revo. The reason why I took them out of my e-Revo is because this was the first generation of Mamba Monsters. I've been told that they run a lot cooler than the Mamba Monster 2, so I figured I'd utilize this and take this out of my e-Revo. And I'm actually going to be getting the whole new waterproof Mamba Monster system for my e-Revo, so I can run that in the wet weather and in the snow. So here we go guys. Here's the brains of the operation right here. So that's first things first. We're going to be running the Mamba Monster. Now to power that, here we go guys. We got two MAXAMPS 5450 11.1 120C 3S batteries. So we're going to be running 6S in this bad boy. They do have the Dean's connectors, because these are actually the batteries out of my team associated rival. So I will be soldering Dean's connectors on the Mamba Monster Esc. So there we go guys. That's the power behind the operation. Alright, so let's get it going here. Of course we have to have a new body, so I did get a new clear body for it, Traxxas Rustler clear body. There's your part number. And I was hoping with all the parts that I was ordering, I'm actually close to being able to build two Traxxas Rustlers, so I did get a whole new chassis dyed in black, because I am going to be going with the black theme on this. So yeah, I got a new dyed black chassis, dyed black upper chassis, of course. Even though these are the ugliest tires I've ever seen in my life, I got the GRPs with the medium compound. I just spoke with my buddy MTC Tookie 25, and he showed me those new PMTs. I might be having to get those PMTs because these things are god awful, but you know what, who cares? I'm going to be going with a black theme, and if the only thing that stands out are these neon green tires, it'll be easy to keep track of it when I'm going 100 miles an hour. So there we go, we got the GRPs medium compound. I did go with the Traxxas steel drive shafts. I did go with the Traxxas 17mm adapters, which I'm actually might be deanodizing these and just leaving them silver, because I'm going with a, now I'll show it to you, I'm going with a black gunmetal theme. So I did get the INTEGY front bulkhead in gunmetal, okay, and I did get, of course, the INTEGY transmission case in gunmetal. So it's going to be a black gunmetal theme. I think it's going to look pretty cool. And like I said, I'll deanodize those hubs now when I'm on the topic of aluminum, here we go. I got the STRC bell cranks. These, I was hoping they were going to match the tires, but they don't match too well, so I'm probably going to be deanodizing these as well. I'm going to deanodize this and the hubs, make them silver, so it matches a little bit better. Alright, so what else are we doing here? Alright, we're on the topic of aluminum. So here I did get the aluminum link for the front. I did go with BULKHEAD bearings. Replacement bearings for the transmission and for the axles. So I'm hoping that these, it says lightning bearing technology, so I'm hoping they're good high-speed bearings. I did go with a lot of stuff here, guys. For the time being, I went with the INTEGY 37 tooth spur gear. Can't find a 34. I know Hot Racing makes a 34, but a buddy of mine has an INTEGY 34 tooth spur gear, so I'm probably gonna try and get that from him. Like I said, just to throw an homage to Draven and Geo Stealth. So I got the INTEGY 37 tooth spur, and I did get the TEKNO Mod 1 28 tooth pinion. So that should be pretty cool. So I'll be running a 37-28. Hopefully I can get a 34-28 if I can get that INTEGY spur from my friend. I did go with the Hot Racing slipper clutch pads. I did, of course, go with a RC screws kit, stainless steel screw kit. I forgot, we're on the topic of electronics, so here are my Dean's connectors. Got my Dean's connectors for the ESC, and I did get my Castle Creations 10 amp BEC. And alright guys, now we're on to the durability factor of the game. So first things first, we went with the T-bone rear skid plate. You know we gotta always run the T-bone rear skid plate, protect your motor. And I got every RPM that you could possibly imagine for the vehicle. I got the front bearing carriers RPM. I got the rear bearing carriers RPM. I got the caster blocks RPM. I got front body mount RPM. Front bumper RPM. I don't know if I'm going to be happy with this. I wanted to get the T-bone racing front bumper, but I went with the RPM. We'll see how it goes. If not, like I said, I almost have enough parts to rebuild the whole of the Rustler, so I might just be putting that on my other one. But we got the RPM front bumper. Of course, we got heavy duty front A-arms. Heavy duty rear A-arms. Heavy duty rear shock tower. Heavy duty front shock tower. And I got, of course, heavy duty short rod ends and long rod ends. And that's it, guys. So you're looking at all the parts so far that I've ordered. There's a few other parts that I still need to order, a couple of odds and ends. I did get the battery expansion kit on order. I do have the battery hold down in black because I did go with the black upper and lower chassis, so I need to get that black battery hold down. And I need to get battery straps because once I stack those two 3S LiPos on top of each other, I'm going to need a battery strap. So there's a couple other modifications I'm going to be needing to do. As a matter of fact, let me show you this real quick. This is the new chassis, right? New black chassis, and this is my MAXAMPS battery, which actually fits beautifully in here, but there's one modification that I am going to do, and I'm going to actually, if you can see, I'm going to Dremel out right in here so that this wire can lay to the side in there. And I believe that's all the modification I'm going to have to do to this battery tray. Once I stack the other one on top, I'm going to need some battery straps. So I just wanted to put this video out for you guys, show you all the parts that I got it already in the mail, and I want to start this build. And once I get to those points, I will show you what I had to do to get it installed. But for the time being, guys, this is what I'm working with. I hope you will stay with me and stay tuned for the progress of this build. And like I said, guys, I'm looking to just have some good fun with this. And that's what RC is all about. It's all about having fun and enjoying your vehicles. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. And this is Chris, the Everyday RC guy, saying I hope you guys are having fun in your RC world. Thanks for watching.